Hey everyone, welcome to the Entrepreneurs Warrior Show. This is where we interview entrepreneurs, coaches, consultants who are expert in their niche. And I'm your host Nilesh Jain, and I'm back with another powerful podcast, another powerful interview with. And today we have one of the very amazing guests. Like he's a direct response marketer and a high ticket consultant and expert in launching virtual events and challenges. His client have had 6, 7, and 8 figures in a day. That's crazy. Welcome to this amazing podcast. I'm super glad to see you here. This podcast is going to help you a lot in terms of how you can scale your funnel, grow your business, create high value product and all sort of things. But if you are a coach, consultant, entrepreneur and you also want to launch podcast like this, you wanted to invite high profile guest for your podcast, you don't know what's the process, all of the things is required to launch an interview podcast, and you need my support, I'm there to help. Drop a message with the word interview in the comment section of this video, or even you can reach out to me in personal message with the word interview, or just message me. I'm there to help you. Till then, enjoy the podcast with Shubh Jain, right? So without further ado, let's have Shubh Jain on the podcast. Hey Shubh, yeah. Hey Shubh,
Hey
welcome to
man,
the Entrepreneurs Warrior Show.
what's up? Thank you for having me here. I'm glad.
It's super awesome to have you here, and pleasure to. I'm super excited for our conversation, first of all, because I see a lot of things about you, the work that you are doing, and the result that you generated. That's really crazy. So, but before we go more about the business side and all, I wanted to hear your story. Like, from where did you begin? Because in most of your interviews you didn't share your story, so I wanted to hear from you, like, what's your backstory, how did you got started into this?
Yeah, it goes back to early school days where I really wanted to get some money and stuff, all these stuff, right? So we started selling some Hotstar and Netflix. I back in those days, I really wanted to become an hacker. So I learned how to crack Netflix and Amazon Prime, and I learned it finally. And I
Wow.
used to sell that to teachers or give it for free in exchange for more marks and stuff. So that's exactly what I used to do. And accidentally, I found this button called Boost Post in Instagram. I clicked on that, and I spent like $40 on ads in that day, like 40 rupees on ads. And that day I got like some 16 customers for my whole this Netflix thingy. And I made like a lot of money that, not a lot of, but yeah,
Wow.
like when I was at that time, it was a lot of money. So that's how I accidentally found this whole marketing thing. Then I went like really geeked out into that. Then started working with someone in American space in software world. I don't know if you are familiar with SaaS, but
Yes.
I used to work there for almost 2.5 years now. I used to work there, and then we just like did a lot of big multi-million dollar product launches over there.
Wow.
And that's where I got this whole art and skill of marketing and like direct response and product launches, because I was in the weeds doing the job. We've had $1 million in a day, $1 million in like 6 days, and all these stuff. So the whole journey kind of begins from there.
That's quite interesting. And you mentioned like you started working with an American company. So how did you find that? Like, you started reaching out to the people at that point of time, or like how did you connect with that American company?
Yeah, so when I started getting more and more interest in marketing and all this stuff, I started seeing like which field has the majority money, right? And it was
Mhm.
software, right? Of
Yeah.
course. So what I did was I searched for the best software person in this whole world. And I found a person. He was the best. I think at that point he was doing like 25, $30,000 a day in
Wow.
his business, which was intense. And we joined him. Like I was just pinging him back and forth that I'll work with you for free and all these stuff. And he was kind enough to get back. And of course, he didn't like get me in for free, because see, again, if you get someone in for free, there's no seriousness. But all of my intentions were like pure, and I really
Mhm.
just wanted to get into the weeds, like get mentored by him and get in all the experience, because he's like a legend in marketing. He's doing like 25, $30,000 a day. So why not? I mean, then he kind of started paying me like $500 a month as salary, and that's it. From there, the salary has been increased a lot. From there, I started getting percentage in the whole business and all this stuff. Yeah, man, I was relentless about the follow up because I knew I wanted to work with him, and I think it was like a month long of follow up, and I think I cracked it.
Wow, congrats for that amazing opportunity at that point of time. And what you mentioned is I'm crazy about follow up, and that's the deal. That's actually the reality of getting yes from anything. There's no, right? Super. Thank you
Yeah.
for sharing. You also, sorry, you are saying something.
No, man, this was like now 4 years back, which was pretty
Hmm.
intense. Yeah.
But that's worth it. That's worth it.
Yeah.
Super. So you also have built this reverse funnel method, right? So what was that like? Can you explain this reverse funnel formula? What's that and how does it work and all?
Yeah, of course. So I was seeing everyone in this industry was following like a typical tendency and a typical way for
Hmm.
them to like do the free stuff, then giving a low ticket for like I don't know $499 or something, then selling them a 10K, then selling them something for a lakh, then selling them something for 4 lakhs and all this stuff. As like why do we just not flip the whole chart instead of this whole typical value ladder, just selling from free, then 499, then 10K, then 15K, then a lakh. So it takes a huge long of customer journey, and by the
Yes.
time you're profitable, like I don't know, you become a grandpa or something. But I just thought, why not we reverse the whole script? Why not we reverse the whole funnel? And then the idea came is like, how can we start selling high ticket on the front end directly, right? And let's say your higher tier, the most expensive product you have is like 5 lakhs. Why not we sell that on the front end directly instead of having all these jazz in between and having so much complexity in this business? And that was the whole interest, and that was the whole curiosity brain that I had. And since I had experience with product launches, this whole concept of selling high ticket directly in India was not existing, right? So we
Mhm.
tried it
Okay.
with a couple of clients. Now it
Mhm.
crushed it. Now it became a trend that everyone like is just selling high ticket directly on the front end, right?
Mhm.
So this is how like this whole reverse funnels thing came into the play. I just didn't want to like have so many products, so many tiers, and keep
Yeah.
upselling our customers again and again, versus
Mhm.
just have one product that's like really high ticket and make it a subscription product, not a one-time product that you pay us 2 lakhs and it's like a lifelong product. It's a subscription
Mhm.
product, and you treat it as a proper SaaS. Your metrics are like that. Your profitability is extremely high. You don't need a big team to manage it. Just like two people is more than enough for you to run an eight-figure company. And
Mhm.
yeah, this is where the whole concept of reverse funnels came in.
That's really amazing. Actually, I also see some international marketers use this one into their business. Like they are selling it reverse format. Like first make $1 million and then let build a low ticket offer for some backend income, and that's really incredible thing to do, right?
Yeah.
So you are also a big launches person. Like I see a lot of client you help to for their big launches like CR in a day and 80 lakhs in a day and so on, right? So with launches, a lot of people have make a lot of monies and in crores and all. So what kind of launches it is, like only virtual events or challenges or workshop webinar, what kind of it is? And if you
It's
can break
all
it down,
that.
if you can break
Yeah, go
down
ahead.
the like launches, all the launches, like how somebody can launch their event in such format, if you can break it down.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's not necessarily it should be virtual or it should be physical. It can be both. We
Okay.
just
Yeah.
we just came up with a physical event. I think there was this big dude in this industry I consulted. I think he pulled
Wow.
like some 2 crores out of that room, right? Physical room, I'm talking. And we are doing another physical event for a client of mine in the month of
Mm-hmm.
May. He's putting in like 600 people. It's in Chennai. I'm pretty sure it'll be like a multi-crore event as well. We're pitching a 5 lakh rupee product there. So I'm repitching for them and all this stuff. So the idea is nothing but like, how can you build hype and excitement in the market, right? We just finished off again a launch. I think
Mm-hmm.
we did 1.7 crores. Virtually, it was through Zoom. We had like a couple thousand people live. We pitched a product and we like made that much, right? So what's the whole overall flow? What's the overall process? It's nothing, but it's a simple 4-step process, right? First thing is you really need to have a unique mechanism, a unique hook, unique angle that you're promoting this event with, right? And second thing is building hype and excitement and curiosity in the market, and just being everywhere, being omnipresent, right? It's just not about like being in email or being in like, or just sending like 2 emails for the webinar that you have, or like sending a couple of WhatsApp messages for the webinar you have or something. It's about really building the hype. How can you get into customers' blood and brain, and how can you get into their roots of nervous system and like make them think, and make them think that something exciting is coming, something big is coming. How can I be a part of this? And really building their curiosities, taki they can understand that something big is coming. And third thing is like really having a signature talk that converts. If you have like 100 people in a room, if you can like close 30 out of that for a high ticket, that's awesome, right? So how can you do that? Having a proper signature talk. And fourth thing is like rinse and repeating this whole thing, and having like legit scarcity and stuff. A lot of things happening in this market is people just have fake scarcities that, oh, 15 minutes timer and all these crap, which really doesn't work these days, because people try to get it. And when they sense it, that something is wrong over here, or while you adding a timer, they sense that you are in desperate need of sales. So when that desperation comes out, it's called commission breath. When the commission breath comes out, people resist. People don't buy, because now they feel that you want them to buy, right? So all these things, which is very opposite in reverse funnels. We don't do these so-called timer bombs. We don't do all these so-called like
Okay.
scarcity jazz or something, but it still converts. That's the whole part of a signature talk, is where you come in, have a speech that really moves the audience, rather than using fake elements to make that move. So these are the whole concepts behind a proper launch that we execute.
Loved it. And when you mentioned like you have to build hype and excitement, you have to curious people. So if you are like, how you are, what is your framework to create curiosity in people's mind, like something big is coming? What is like, I know some of the people are doing differently, is like they are doing stories, they are but what kind of framework you are applying for creating hype, excitement for the upcoming launches or something big happening? So what's your framework?
Yeah, it all starts from the first pie, which is the hook itself, right? I'll just add a
Yes.
couple of parts. It's the hook, it's the omnipresence, it's the way you deliver the message, the way you pre-frame the message, right? A lot of these pictures that comes into the play. The first one, let's talk about hook, a basic thing, right? These days, I just hate seeing this, but almost everyone in this market is using like so-called chat GPT marketing. And it clearly senses and it clearly smells like it's chat GPT. And when you're trying to take a shortcut route using chat GPT, like like your results are like that. Your results don't get like massive numbers. Like we have days where we have like 95% conversions on a landing page. It's
Wow.
intense for me to see that, because the curiosity is like extremely high, and we started from the hook right from the start. For example, an average hook would be like 7 figures in 7 days, or unlocking my secrets to a 7-figure coaching business. It's such a boring hook, you know what I mean? And this is what like I see 99% of the market has been doing these days, which is why they don't get good results, and which is why there's no hype, because it's the same shit 1,000 more people are doing as well. You just go to chat GPT, write a damn prompt, and like you'll get another copy with all these words like unlock and unleash and all these things, right? So that's the first step, is try not to do that, right? And for example, um, I'll give you a couple of examples of the hooks that we kind of use. One of the recent hooks that I loved is, there's this whole, they were selling a supplement product, and the whole hook was like, I've stopped drinking water from last 20 years, and why I think you should not drink water too. Sure, drinking water is great if you want to have ton of Alzheimer's, ton of cancer diseases, and just want to die sooner,
Wow,
right?
that's
See how we can replace this whole scam of water with a new thing that'll boost your energy, blah, 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 blah. You see now what's happening over here. It's not a typical lame, boring hook, right? When people see this, like, what the fuck is happening, brother? Like, what do you mean I've stopped drinking water? Like, if I don't drink water, what do I drink? Right? So it builds curiosity, it builds excitement right out of the gate. right? And this is when, just think about it like this, right? When you're running an ad or when you're sending out an email, your prospects or your leads are just bombarded with so many advertisements and promotions every single day. I'm pretty sure you'll be hammered by like hundreds of emails, hundreds of ads every single day. So while you're scrolling, why should they stop for your so-called lame hook? Because they
Right.
have millions of other things going on in their business or in their life that they shouldn't give a damn about this, right? So imagine this, right? You're scrolling, and immediately you see this ad that you should stop drinking water. If you're drinking water, you might die sooner. I'm like, what the fuck, brother? What's happening? Like, I have to see this.
And
Then you
that's
click on the ad and you see the hook, and you're like, I want to know what this is. Like, I'm interested. Then you give the name, email, or whatever it is, and you go to the next step of the funnel, right? So the first step itself starts from there. And I see a lot of people crying about show up rates in this industry, and it pisses me off, because when they have such lame, boring hooks, why do you even expect people to not party, not spend time with their girlfriends, and just come on your lame webinar where you're going to pitch something? Like, it's clear, right? So that's why your show up rate sucks. So it starts right from the beginning. It's, if your hook is curious enough, if your hook is exciting enough, people want to listen to it. People are curious, and people want to know what's the end outcome, and hence they join. Hence they at least value the time. Okay, cool. Like, this is at least worth my 1 hour or 2 hours that I'm going to spend, right? So yeah.
That's quite interesting. Like, without water, how someone can survive? And that's
Yeah.
really powerful hook. I think I
Yeah.
have to check that out. you
Yeah.
you make me curious. Like, what's that? That's amazing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah.
You definitely,
I
like, I
think I
have to.
think that promotion did like more than $20 million in sales or something.
Wow, that's
Intense, man, because yeah, it just works.
that's super intense. Like, without water, what's the something else I can consume? What's that? That's
Exactly.
really amazing. Awesome. So you're mostly talking about like create, not you, but in industry, like everybody is saying, creating high ticket product, sell high ticket product. And in reality, creating high ticket product is not some big deal. Like, you can add on multiple courses, multiple live webinar, sales call, sorry, one-to-one call, and so many things you can create. But when it comes to creating premium value product, that's very important. So how someone can create like that premium value product, uh, that is actually giving them the transformation and create the whole success result. So if you can break down this, like, 1 लाख रुपए का सेल करना है, ओके, मैंने नए 10 नए कोर्स ऐड कर दिए, हियर इज माय हाई टिकट 1 लाख रुपीज, बट द पॉइंट हियर इज हाउ somebody can create a high premium value product. That's very very much
All right.
important.
I'm gonna break one of the biggest myths and
Yes.
a murderer in your business. 99% of people I see, their definition of high ticket is adding more crap to their value stack, right? That, get this course, get that course, get a million PDFs, get a million ebooks, get 2 million audiobooks, get 3 million video calls, and all these crap. They build this huge freaking stack to justify the value of your high ticket. And that is why it's murdering your sales. It's a fundamentally flawed concept. The way to create high ticket offers is not by adding so many things, it's by adding just one thing. You see, in a low ticket product, when you charge like 2,000, 5,000, 10,000, or whatever, you add like a million things to justify the stack and make the offer really good, right? In high ticket, it's opposite. If you add like so many things for a high ticket offer, I bet my ass it'll never convert, right? It will never ever convert unless you have like a really raving fan, they'll buy you. But if you go to cold markets, I bet my ass it'll never convert, right? So what's the ideology with premium value offers? You need to understand something. Why do someone buy premium value offers? They buy it to get results.
Results,
Am I right? Yeah.
transformation. Yeah.
So they don't care about your freaking ebooks or your freaking courses or your freaking calls or whatever the heck you're giving. All they care is how fast and how easy can I get the result. Right. And again, it irritates me. A lot of people in this market, just like these high ticket coaches and stuff. I know a high ticket coach who's selling a 25K product and calling himself as a high ticket coach and all these stuff. It's good, but the whole thing comes down to like their high ticket stack comes down to like a million things, and that's the opposite way. That's the way to murder your sales, because people are not looking for more stuff. Nilesh, here's my question to you, brother.
Mhm.
If you if you pay me 5 lakhs to get a result, right? Let's say you pay me 5 lakhs to know how to make like a 7-figure day, like or an
Right.
8-figure day in your company. Would you care if I give you like 15 courses or a million courses, or would
No,
you just want the results fast?
no, definitely no.
Or would you just want the results fast?
Yeah,
Which option would you choose? Right, you would want the
just
results fast, obviously,
result first.
right?
Yeah, right.
So this is a fundamentally flawed concept that anyone who's charging high ticket, you need to add like a million things to justify the
Hmm.
value. And I am here to say it's the fastest way to murder your sales, right? So the idea is to not add these many things. The idea is to add just one or two or max three key crucial ingredient things that will move the needle for your customers, not you, for the customers, right? So that's the key over here, because how can you just add three things or one thing for that sake? In my offer, it's just two things. You get this and you get this. That's it. And it
Yeah.
converts, man. It converts like wildfire, right? Because people who are paying high ticket, they don't worry about your courses. They don't worry about damn calls. They don't worry about your ebooks. They just want the results fast. So, what are the ingredients you can add in your offer to get the results fast? That's the whole reality behind like the high ticket offer creations and stuff.
Loved it. Loved it, man. Definitely, people need a transformation, and if you give it in any way, that's their result. Like if you suppose if you are able to give them in a 1 month, they are getting result. If you are giving
Yeah.
it in a year, they are getting. But just saying like, okay, I have this, like value ladder, and the offer stack, and all sort of thing, then that's definitely. But if you can share like how you are creating offer in such a way that actually helping you to get conversion, and even like people are ready, like you have a 7 figure 8 figure in day, so something, psychology behind offer creation, definitely that is a transformation result. But what exactly going back in your head that is helping you to create a massive, great offer for your product and for your clients?
Yeah, cool. Good question, man. So I'll give you a simple example again, right? Basics, but not a lot of people understand this and know
Hmm.
this.
Hmm.
What is offer? What is an offer? Right?
Giving
An
a,
offer is a thing, a solution that you
right.
solve. Like you solve a problem for someone and you package it in a good way. It's called an offer, right? And if I ask you, like, let's say if I ask someone, if let's say I go to a weight loss coach and if I ask them, like, hey, what's your
Hmm.
offer? There's like, oh, I help busy working professionals lose 10 kgs in a day or 10
Hmm.
kgs in a month. Am I right? Yep. Is this
Right.
what the whole
True.
market is singing?
Right.
See,
Right.
that's the reason why their offer is not selling at all,
Hmm.
because you're talking about desires. The fundamentals of offer creation is you need to switch from desired based marketing, which is murdering your sales, to pain based marketing. When you
Hmm.
say you are helping them lose 10 kgs in a month, so what? It's
That's
the same thing that a million people are saying. Like, so desires don't work in cold market. You need to start talking about their pain, and your offer should be solving a big problem or a big pain in your customer's life, on your
right.
prospect's life,
Right.
right?
Right.
So the
Right.
first question really comes down to like, what's the problem you're solving? Let's say if I go to a weight loss coach again, and if I ask them, hey, what's the problem you're solving? And the answer is, oh, I help people lose 10 kgs in 20 months. See, the problem here is that's not a problem, that's a desire. Losing 10 kgs in X amount of months is not a problem, it's a desire of the solution that they want.
Right.
What's the problem? The problem is the society hates them. They have no respect in the society. They have no respect in their office culture. They're not able to walk. They're not able to run. They're not active. They're not fit enough. They feel ashamed of themselves. They're not able to go out on parties. They're not able to Again, a lot of problems these guys face. And the moment you start talking about the problems, not their desires, the moment you start selling a lot of your offers. And your
Wow.
offer comes down to just one line. What's the problem you're helping people solve?
Yeah.
To whom? A lot of
Yes.
people start with the market and then go to the problem. Oh, I'm going to serve coaches and consultants. Then I'm going to find what the problem I'm going to solve. It's wrong. You should
Yeah.
opposite, like you should twist it, you should reverse it. And the way you should approach it is first write down all the skills that you have. Okay, I'm really good at podcasting. I'm really good at speaking. I'm really good at this. I'm really good at gardening. I'm really good at cooking. Now, the
Yeah.
next thing is you need to write down the problems that you can solve in each of the skills that you have. Let's say you're good at gardening. What are the problems you can solve in that market? Let's say you're good with Excel. What are the problems you can solve over there? Let's say you're good with podcasting. What are the problems you can solve over there? One of the big problems you can solve is people do not have enough authority because
Right.
of there's no enough authority in the market. They're not getting enough leads. The cost per leads are extremely high. People are not trusting them, and trust is the major centerpiece of sales.
Definitely.
So this is the biggest problem that you're helping people solve.
Hmm.
So first, you need to write down the skills that you have. Right? Don't just be stuck to what you have. Just go broad. Think broad. What are all the skills that you have? You write it down. Then come to the problems. What are the problems that I can solve in specific skills? Again, not desires, problems. There's a
Problem.
big difference between desires and
Desire
problems.
and problem. Right.
And after the problems, you write down what are the high impact problems from this list. You see, there might be a million problems that you're solving, but out of this million problems, there are 3 to 4 problems that are really high impact problems.
Yeah.
Like, what are those high impact problems?
Hmm.
Like, people, if they don't pay to solve that problem, a big shit might happen in their life. For example, divorce. It's such a big
Hmm.
problem,
Right.
right? So in the next list of high impact problems, you filter this list and just write down the high impact problems that you feel
Hmm.
that your people and your market has. And once you write that down, then you start thinking that who in this world has this problem, and that is your target market.
That's
And at last,
crazy.
and at
Yeah.
last,
Okay.
you write this thing that what are the bad shit that will happen in their life if they don't solve this problem.
Hmm.
For example, let's say the high impact problem I'm solving is a divorce. Now let's think about it. Who in this country can get a divorce? It's high net worth individuals, CEOs, CXOs, business owners. A working professional is not going to face a big divorce, is he? Yeah, he might, but that's not the market we want to serve. Again, a rule for creating offers: never serve broke market. If you serve a broke market, you'll end up becoming broke as a joke. You always serve a rich market, a
Yeah.
market where people can pay you for the solution,
Right.
right? So now I know who my market is, what are the kind of people who are facing this problem, so I can talk to them about this
Hmm.
problem and solve them for them. And at last, just answer this: what are the bad shit that will happen in your customer's life if they don't solve this problem? Let's say there's this guy who has 100 crores in net worth.
Hmm.
He's going through a divorce. If he doesn't solve the problem, he will lose 50 crores to the wife, half of the wealth to the wife. So if I can help them solve that, clear that divorce easily, that means I can help. Like, what the bad shit that will happen if they don't solve the
50
problem?
crore.
He'll lose 50 crores.
50 crores.
Second,
Yeah.
he'll be lonely for the rest of his life.
Hmm.
Third thing, he will not have a mother for his child. Fourth thing, he'll be emotionally unavailable to no one. He'll suffer through himself for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
There's so many problems, so many bad shit that'll happen in that particular customer's life that now, if I exchange it for 2 lakhs, would you be able to do that? If I
Definitely.
used to save 50
Hmm.
crores for 10 lakhs, for 5 crores, will you be able to do that?
Definitely.
Imagine this, Nilesh. You have two options: 50 lakhs in the first option. Second option is you being lonely for the rest of your life. You having no mother to your child. You
Hmm.
having no one to support you. You're lonely as hell for the rest of your miserable life. You have no one to support you. You are a lonely person. You feel irritated every single day because you have no one. Now half of your wealth is gone. Do you want this for the rest of your life? Or do you want to pay 50 lakhs to solve this and have a beautiful wife who can take care of you, take care of your kids, take care of your mother, father, your family, take care of your emotional, physical, mental needs, take care of your business, and just be happy for the rest of your life? Which one would you trade this with? Of
50 lakh. First one. Always
course.
first one. Right.
Exactly.
Definitely.
Now, in this offer, I'm not adding a million stack that, oh, you get a
Yeah.
video call or a weekly call and all these jazz, because people just don't care about that. People want the result and they want it fast and they want it in an easy way.
Wow. That's a great
This is,
breakdown. Yeah. Sorry. You can continue. Yeah.
yeah, this is how I approach offer creation, man.
That's really great breakdown. I read the book by Alex Hormozy, The 100 Million Offer, and that's also give me a lot of nuggets regarding how you can create but you also have a great framework regarding how you can create it. That's really superb. Superb. Thank you for sharing this amazing insights and inspiration. So when I'm scrolling to your social media on your agency page, there's not so much content out there. So how you are doing your business, like how you are only promoting on ads, or what's your process of getting high value client for your business and building your authority in the business, like how you are doing it?
Yeah, man. It's about like people listening to you. So first thing is like we are 100% ads driven. I'm not a
Mhm.
content guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did two podcasts, three podcasts. It worked very well. Might do more of them in the near future, but not yet planned or something. But yeah, so I'm not heavy on organic, so-called
Mm.
Instagram and Facebook and
Okay.
YouTube. Maybe in the future, not yet. So right now we are completely on ads, and we play big on our email lists, right? We have such large email lists that we take care of, and we play based on email list game rather than a social media organic game, because right now, like, I feel like I want to build my email list rather than building a social media following, because I don't
Yes,
own that, right? And I've had
that's true.
several bad experiences with these social medias and stuff, which again makes me more gimmicky behind me going after all these followers and stuff. And the next day, I'm hearing that Mark Zuckerberg has banned my account. So that's another thing that's there. But there's also a lot of benefits to organic that I've recently heard from my friends and stuff, that increases your output to sales and all this stuff. Maybe we'll get to there in the future, but right now our whole strategy is like ads. We go heavy on ads, we spend a lot of money on ads, and we get people in, and once people are in, they listen to us. And I feel I'm good enough of a speaker to get them into my world, make them trust me, then get the action done. And we are like really heavy positive on ads as well when it comes to ROI and stuff. And we directly sell high ticket on the front end, right? It's multiple
Wow,
lakhs directly on the front end. So that's how the whole harmony of the funnel is working right now.
crazy. So once you run ads, um, where people is going? Is it inside any workshop or like or any 1 hour training or what? Where
It's
people
a,
is
it's a it's
actually
a
listening
three
you?
day challenge. It's a 3 day
Okay.
challenge
Mm-hmm.
where we sell a high ticket product. It's multiple
Oh,
lakhs.
nice. That's quite amazing. That's superb. So thank you once again for breaking this down. Now, like while I was listening to you, uh, you mentioned like I'm a quite boring person. I don't feel, because I'm talking to you, I don't feel like you are a boring person. But what's your habit for our daily routine? Like if we can talk it in two format, one is in business and one is out of the business. Like what's your daily routine? What do you do in your personal life and in your business life?
Yeah, I like to travel a lot. That's one of the
Mhm.
biggest things in my life. I kind of
I
make
think
sure
this
I
is
travel.
similar. We both have similar travel. Yeah,
Yeah,
go
yeah,
for it.
yeah. I make sure I at least travel like once in 3 months. And it's a long vacation. I take off for like 20 25 days, once in 3 months, 4 months and stuff. I really love traveling. Rest apart, I really spend some good time playing some sports. I used to hit gym because of some work schedules and all this stuff, not able to, but starting again. But yeah, man, it's overall, I don't have a routine or a ritual, sort of say. I'm really bad at it, but I still manage to get my stuff done. So my goal is simple. I just have a team call every day. I just talk to my team what's happening, what's not happening every single day. They take care of everything. And I'm more of a lifestyle entrepreneur than a hustle bustle entrepreneur. I would prefer working for 4 hours in a day and taking the rest of my day off rather than me working for 18 hours a day, because again, it's all about leverage, not how hard you work, because you can work as hard as you want, and if you don't have any leverage, you can't do anything. And I focus on building more leverage points to my life, to my business, to every aspects of my life, because leverage can play for you, right? Where your
Wow.
skills lack, leverage can come and take over that, right? So yeah, man, overall, pretty much this is it. These days, just April is a busy month for us because a lot of things that has been going.
Okay.
But typically, my work day, if you see, it's 3 to 4 hours max. I don't work more than that. I
Wow.
spend some good time with the people I love, and I play, I enjoy, I travel. So overall, this is the whole schedule.
That's amazing. When you said 4 hours in a day, I did a podcast with the John Lee Dumas, one of the biggest podcaster. He said like what I remember is he said he do work 4 hour in a week or something. I'm missing some, but that's really huge thing. Like having everything a system in place, and you are giving your 4 hour. So in that 4 hour, what kind of important works you are doing? Like you are thinking for a long term vision, like this is something I have to work on, like I have to build a new company or want to invest in something, or how exactly you are, or what kind of things you are doing in that 4 hours?
Yeah, majorly it's all about team meetings. A major
Mm-hmm.
chunk of that goes into that. And second things, like there are few really high level clients who are billing us like multiple seven figures a year, and I have
Wow.
to give them personal attention as well. So a majority of my time goes there, and there are a few parts of business that I don't like to delegate, like managing my email list. I do that. I still write all of my emails. I don't like to delegate that because I love being in the weeds in the game. I am a student of direct response. I learn every single day, and a majority of my time goes in learning. Like I buy courses like it's an allergy to me. I buy courses, masterminds, and all these things like
Yeah.
just nuts. I think just last month alone we dropped like 10 lakhs in courses and stuff, which is intense. Again, like learning
Wow.
new stuff. Learning these days we are learning a lot into like hypnosis and NLP to really go deep into like how do you persuade a crowd and stuff.
Mm.
So yeah, man, this is the overall meetings. And I'm not a really like a 10-year 20-year long vision guy. I'm like, I have my 1 year plan built,
Wow.
and I tackle it, and I tack it in a 3 month period, in
Mm-hmm.
a quarter period. I track my measure performance and how my business is doing, so there are five aspects: health, wealth, spirituality, career, and relationships. These are the five areas in anyone's life, and I track it every quarterly basis on how is everything and all aspects of my areas is growing or not. If not, what are the bottlenecks? What are the constraints? And based on that, we take the next action, and we tweak and we do the things.
Man, that's amazing. One, you have dropped all the nuggets here in this 37-minute conversion. That's incredible. Super. So one thing is, everybody have different self doubt in their own journey, right? Did you have lot of self doubt in your life? If yes, like how did you overcome from them, and are you facing any kind of self doubt in today's time as well, like even after scaling your business to crores of rupees and multiple 7 and 8 figure, are you still facing this kind of things in your life? If yes, like how you have overcome on it and how you are keeping yourself in momentum?
I heard this beautiful thing from, I think, Tony Robbins. It's
Hmm.
what's the definition of fear?
Yeah.
FEAR. It's false evidence that appears real. And
Mm.
champions are not fearless, they just do it scared. I operate my life and all of my areas of life with this particular mentality, and I have really strong principles that I go ahead with. One of them is this: I will do it regardless of if I'm scared or if I'm not, because I have nothing to lose. Right. And when it comes to self doubt and all these things, see, again, right, as Alex Hormozy shouts it, that You will not have self doubt if you have enough stack of value that who you like you are who you say you are, and outwork
Right.
your self doubt, right? So I really take that a lot. At this point of time, like I've done my work like so many times. Like in my life, I think I've written like 4,000 plus emails myself. We've done 45 crores in client results. Proud to say 100% client success rate is what we're running at in my done for you segment. So we are just doing this every single day, day in and day out. Like right now, April, we have 5 launches scheduled for some of our clients. It's intense, man. So I'm in the weeds. I'm seeing what's happening. I still go on calls with all these people. I give them speaker training, what to say, what not to say. A lot of these big stages, big people that you see, the words that are coming out of their mouth is the words that we write for them, which is converting like very well for them, right? So I'm still in the weeds. So I just do so much of work, and the proof speaks louder. And but yet, as entrepreneurs, we have phases where we face self-doubt and all these things, which is common again because we're humans, right? So it's just a matter of minute, like how do you really believe in yourself? How do you have the capability to tackle that and just move ahead regardless, right? So one thing I really love about Alex Hormozy is saying is your feelings are fake. Do not fall for your feelings. You do
Correct,
the
correct.
work regardless the way you feel, right?
Yes.
So that's one of the biggest things that I'm learning. I'm trying to learn these days. Yes, we have days that are bad, not less days. Majority out of 10
Hmm.
days, 7 days are bad. 3 days are really good, exceptionally good. In those 7 days, it's all about like the momentum because we've
Hmm.
faced those problems so many times in the past. Like now it's just a matter of like we know this time will also go, this will also again this pass by. Just need to roll up your sleeves, get to work, and just do the work regardless of what you're feeling. And yeah, man, this is one thing that almost every highly successful person I know has it. They have self doubt. They still have self beliefs. They don't believe in themselves at some point of life. But it's not about just catching that and sitting and crying. It's about how you can snap, shift again, shift immediately, and get back to your state. That's the whole area of that.
One of the best thing that is just keep doing it, keep in the momentum. Definitely being in the, I have done about 90 or 95 plus podcast with multiple 8 figure, even 9 figure on my podcast. They said this one thing always, like it's all about just keep moving, like their
I'll give
journey.
you a simple thing, right?
Yes, yes,
Take
yes.
an take an example of all the great things in life. What are the great things in life? Water, air,
Mm. Yeah.
mountains. These are great things in life. Now
Mm.
here's my question to you. The water, does water ever stop?
No,
No matter how big the rocks get, does the water ever stop?
no.
This might sound cliche and all these things to a lot of people, but if you really try to understand the principles behind a few things, your life
Mm.
will be 100 times easier. And there are phases in like life of an entrepreneur, right? It's a phase when the first 5 to 10 years you really face a lot of difficulties and you really face a lot of issues and worries and all these things. But after you pass a certain maturity period, you don't face them. You don't have any problems, or even if you have problems, it's easy for you to tackle it.
Mm.
So you have to wait for the maturity period to come until you get into the stage where you don't have any
True,
problems and don't
true.
have all these things. uh, and as I was speaking about the example of the water, right? A water never stops, even though it has like the biggest rock in front of it. So water is such a great thing. If there's no water,
True.
we all would die. Air is such a great thing. If there's no air, if air thought that, you know what, I'm gonna pause for a minute, we all will die, right? Same thing that goes with birds, same thing that goes with all these things, trees and all these things. If you see one thing that's common in all the things that are great, like for example, man, this remote of AC is just
Mm.
great. It's
Mm.
not,
Yeah, it
because this
is.
can be replaced. This is built of plastic. I can build a
Right.
million of this in next 1 month.
Mm.
Let's talk
Mm.
about this table or whatever. These are just not great because they are still in one position. And just by, if that table is not there, it wouldn't impact your life like crazy. It wouldn't turn your life around or something. versus
Hmm.
when you talk about all the great things in life like water, air, river, mountains, and all these things, you can't live without them, and you can't live without the nature. And what's the fundamental rule? What are they always doing? They are in the momentum. They
Right.
always run, they always flow. So
Hmm.
if you want to be the great, you need to follow the great principles. One of the
Great principle.
principles is you never stop. You just never let the momentum stop. The moment you let the momentum stop, the moment is where your death countdown begins.
Hmm.
And this is how I approach it, man.
Man, interesting fact that is actually a true fact. What you said, like if you just keep going on, always working, uh, and not giving up. The main thing is if you are not stopping, nobody in the world can stop you to achieve what you are looking to achieve. Thank you so much once again for being here, Shubh. It's really an honor to host podcast with you, and superb. Looking forward to meet you in person whenever we are.
Of course,
So
man.
thanks a lot. Yeah, and where do people can find you, connect with you, and learn more about you?
We're really big into newsletters and stuff. So if you really want to join the newsletter, you can go to launch@scale.com.
Mhm.
And I'm not really big on Instagram, active on Instagram, but we still have like pages there. So my account is Shubh Jain, SHUBHHJAIN. We have a company page, Launch at Scale. If you just find it, you'll
Mhm.
find it. So yeah, man, this is where you can find us.
I'll drop all the link in the description. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much, Shubh, once again. So Nilesh Jain is signing off from the Entrepreneurs Warrior Show, and I'll be joining you with another episode. Till then, have a great day. So this is it from this podcast, and I hope you get massive value. As I mentioned at start, this podcast is going to add massive value into your life, and I hope it give you massive value. What is your biggest takeaway? Please drop inside the comment section. And what's the one action that you are going to take? Also add in the comment section, like what's the one action you are going to take from this podcast. And as I mentioned, if you are ready to launch your podcasting, if you are ready to launch, scale your coaching business, scale your entrepreneurship business, and wanted to scale it with interview podcast, I am happy to help you. I am happy to support you into your journey. Are you ready for it or not? That's the challenge, right? That's the game. So drop, if you are ready to launch your interview podcast, drop word interview, or even you can reach out to me on Facebook Messenger or Instagram Messenger or LinkedIn. I am available on all three platforms, and I am excited to help you and support you. Till then, Nilesh Jain signing off. Have a great day, and make sure you subscribe to our channel if you got a lot of value and ready for more, right?